Are you planning on hitting the road this holiday season? Whether you're taking a plane, a train, or an automobile, holiday travel can be hectic and expensive. But never fear, because travel expert Laura Powell is here. She's here to get us ready for some travel tips for the upcoming holiday season. How are you, Laura?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing all right. Usually, my wife and I were going crazy around this time of year, getting ready to go out to visit the family back in Boston. This year, we're actually staying home for the first time in a long time. However, we need this information for next year, and there's a lot of people that need it this year. How do we best prepare for a trip for the holiday season?
Well, the time to start is now, and what you want to do is figure out where you're going and then get those reservations made as quickly as you can so you can lock in some decent rates. And then the other thing is keep an eye on the weather forecast where you're going so that you could pack efficiently, and if you're driving, of course, you can prepare for the driving conditions as well. Absolutely.
Well, perhaps, the car behind you would probably be a good way to go from A to B. Good segue.
It would be. In fact, this is the Kia Soul EV, which is an electric vehicle.
No way.
It was named Motor Week's best eco-friendly vehicle of the year. Now, this car is good for shorter trips. It has a shorter range, but the beautiful thing about it is you never have to stop for gas. Saves you a lot of money then on gas. You could charge it anywhere. And then it's even got a smartphone app where you can turn on the air conditioning or the heater from inside your house, and then you get into the car and it's fully climate controlled. So, you know, shorter trips, electric vehicles, not a bad idea.
That is really smart. I didn't know the Kia Soul had the plug-in option. That's fantastic. Let's say
that's really nifty.
This is what ends up happening every time we go back and we stay at my mother-in-law's house. We stay on this really bad springy mattress that just, I feel like hell every time I wake up. Is there a place for me to go if perhaps that house is not the best for me?
Yeah, well, what you do is you say to your relatives, gee, I already made hotel reservations.
Bingo.
And what I really recommend, especially if you're traveling with families, but even if it's just a couple, is maybe looking for an all-suite accommodation, something like Embassy Suites or Homewood Suites, which are both part of Hilton's all-suites portfolio. You get basically 2 rooms for the price of 1. There are separate living and sleeping accommodations. And then at Embassy Suites, you get this big free cook-to-order breakfast, which is a huge money saver. At Homewood Suites, they also have a free breakfast, and they have a kitchen, and they have a complimentary grocery shopping service. So you could do a little cooking in your hotel room if you want to, make a pie to bring to grandma's house, that kind of thing. And so I would recommend basically all suites because you have extra space, so it gives everyone a little more room to spread out.
That's probably a good idea, and that'll stop maybe that time-honored tradition of arguing with your family.
Yes, exactly.
Take the edge off a little bit. If you're crossing time zones, like I end up doing, I cross 3 time zones, I'm so jet lagged by the time I get there. How do you make sure you get enough sleep so you don't have that crash?
You know, that's really important. And what I would suggest is for those occasional bouts of sleeplessness, you might want to bring along ZzzQuil. Basically, you take it, 20 minutes later, you are fully asleep.
Nice.
You get a full night of sleep, and then you're ready to face the relatives. Or, in fact, if you need to hit the road again, you have a full night's sleep to drive on. And I do want to mention how important it is if you're taking a road trip ahead of time to, you know, download apps that will help you with traffic. And also, Auto Trader suggests that it's vital to, you know, bring your car into the dealer, get the oil checked, get your fluids changed, have the tire pressure checked, because you want to make sure that that car is road ready before you hit the road.
Smart tips. It's great having you. Thank you so much, Laura.
It's been a pleasure. Thanks, John.
All right, if you need to brush up on any of those holiday travel tips, just head to that website, dailysuitcase.com.